Well, it's Sonia Barrett once again, and I am back for another little chit chat. Today, what's the topic? The topic is, what will it take to release the hostage? And who is the hostage? It's self. You have been holding yourself hostage. Now, what's the definition of hostage? We'll just pick one definition. A person taken by force to secure the taker's demands. So the question is, what are the demands, right? What are the demands that you're making of yourself in this takeover? Well, the demand would be for you to take ownership of self, for you to take back ownership of self. And I use the word hostage simply because I know how that feels. There are times when you do feel like somebody is like taking your life over. Like they've taken it hostage. You can't seem to make head or tail out of what direction to go in. Every direction you try, there seems to be some sort of block. And because of that, what do? We end up finding ways to either blame someone or blame ourselves or to complain. And what I want to really remind you of, because when I say it, you will know it's true. What I want to remind you of is this, that it requires a whole lot of investment of your creative power, your juices, your power, period, to invest in a complaint. You got to invest in the complaint, so that's a lot of energy to put forth, and then that power goes into the thing that you are complaining about. Particularly when you notice that this is a pattern, this is something that has been happening to you for a long time, whatever the issue is. And I'm talking about complaining even to yourself. Because this is not just about complaining to someone else, somebody outside of you. But when we don't complain to other people, even when in those moments we're complaining to ourselves. And what brought this to my attention? My own self. Yes, I was looking at one particular situation, and I really thought about how many times I've complained about it. And maybe I complain to myself 15 times a day about it. And maybe ultimately anybody that would listen, I may throw that in, and it'll be a complaint about myself. And so I started to look at that, and I thought, that's a whole lot of energy that I have to invest in supporting the complaint, supporting the energy that goes into actually either verbalizing it or processing the complaint in my mind, as well as to hold this image or idea of the problem in my mind. I've got to hold it in place. Well, in the meantime, that in order for that complaint to keep happening, I've got to somehow be holding this supposed issue there in my space, in my life, in my mind. And oftentimes we just really don't think of it that way. You don't, because you are in your mind legitimately complaining because you have a problem. But the one who really holds us bound is ourself. And we have to get past the intellectual knowing of that or intellectual understanding of that. Because, yes, you'll say to yourself, well, yeah, it's true. I am my worst critic. I am my, worst whatever, judger. But then that's just what? That's just surface. That's just topical. Now we really have to go in deep and look at the complaints, particularly those things that are what I call the featured complaint. Like you have a featured topic. Well, we all have some featured complaints, some featured topics, some things that are at the forefront where maybe every day could be complained about your body, your look, your weight, your whatever it is. It could be just based on only that. And then it's all these other complaints that you have that's related to your life and yourself. So to stop and look at, geez, oh my gosh, I can't believe I complain about this all the time. It's just that awareness, because all of this has become so automatic that we don't really notice when we're doing it or how many times we do it. We just don't notice how often we are engaging in crystallizing the very thing that we want to change. It's so automatic. It's so subtle. We're so used to it. It has become part of our lives. It's become part of our reality. And so we spend our time waiting for it to change, hoping that it's going to change. We keep looking for it to change. In the meantime, it can't really change, because if it changes, then what would you have to actually support the complaint? It wouldn't be there for you to complain about. So what would you do then? So that's an interesting one, because one might say, but I'm not doing this on purpose. Now, the mere fact that you're going to immediately find a way to excuse yourself and to validate yourself in some way as to you not doing this, that's something to look at. But if you can step back and say, whoa, wait a second, I see where I'm doing this. Now there's an opportunity to make that change. But if you refuse to see it, if you can't see it because it's too much to own the fact that you're holding yourself hostage, it's easier to put it off on something else. You've got a whole lot of things that you've got to work on right there. Because what have you got to lose by simply owning what has been happening? What do you have to lose? I tell you what you have to lose. You have to lose your, I guess you lose but you win at the same time. You lose but you gain, because you're going to lose this investment that you have in the complaint that keeps crystallizing the thing you're complaining about. That's the opportunity that you have, is to make that change happen, and you don't have to keep holding it in place anymore. That's what you have to lose in a great way. So it's not a loss that will be missed. Well, maybe you might. Sometimes, you miss complaining. You don't realize that you miss complaining, but you do. So you want to look at that. There's so many layers to us and so many things to look at in terms of our behavior. And that's why it always comes back to the individual. It comes back to me. It comes back to you as an individual to really pay attention. And I love these words because, when you say pay attention, what do you pay with? You pay with your focus. That is what you're doing when you are complaining about something. There's a focus. This is how you're investing. This is an investment, is a payment. You are making a payment, and that payment is your energy. And your energy is what is doing this laser focus. And that laser focus is doing what? It's stabilizing some particles to crystallize, whether it be only in thought form or whether it be in the physical. And we are so used to creating the things that seem to hold us, hostage or limit us. We're used to doing that. And so we might say, well, why is it the things that I want, that I really want, why is it that I can't seem to create them? I can't seem to bring them about. And just the energy behind even the thought, the thinking from that level, why is it that I can't seem to do it? You listen to the way that you are saying that. Listen to the way you're saying that, and what you'll realize is there's a lot of doubt in there. There's that energy, that laser focus of doubt. There's also a laser focus of impossibility. There's also a laser focus of Why is it things don't seem to work out for me? Why, as hard as I try, why doesn't it happen for me? There's an expectation of things not working out for you. Yes, there is. There's a silent expectation because there is a pattern there. It's been happening for such a long time that there is an expectation. And the expectation of it not happening, as opposed to it happening for you, is what sits at the foundation of your mind, your subconscious mind. So it's actually at the forefront. It is what greets your desires and appears to block them, because that is really what you are creating. That is the feature. The featured creation is the expectancy of things not working out for you. So yes, there's quite a bit there to stop and to assess, to reassess, and just really see, where can I make these changes? Listen to myself more. Listen to what I'm thinking. Listen and to the kind of engagements that I have in my life with other people, with circumstances. You start listening, you realize that perhaps a lot of the difficulties that we go through, or that you're going through, is supported by you without realizing that you're supporting it. And look at the choices. Look at the choices that you've been making and why you made those choices. What was the thought behind that choice that you made? Those decisions, those belief systems are there supporting all of our choices. So I completely get it, because every moment I am seeing more of my life, and I'm seeing more of what I am producing before me, and I'm understanding and seeing more of the realm of possibility that I find myself engaging in. Is it a realm that I want to be really a part of, or is it a realm where I simply wake up and go, oh, wait a second, I see the realm that I'm in. So real means what? Realm of focus. That's the definition I gave in my book, The Holographic Canvas. Is what is real? Real is realm of focus. Wherever our focus is, that's what's real for us. Real, reality, and realm, they're all offshoots of each other. So just listen. Pay attention to what you are paying attention to. All right. So again, I'm going to remind you, as always, to maybe join us for our monthly free teleconference. It's called Reality Wednesday, and it happens the first Wednesday of every month. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can go to therealsoniabarrett.com, and it's under events, and you can click on free teleconference if you would like to sign up so that you're notified. It's free, but you'd be notified of the every month of the teleconference that is coming up, and you'll be on the list, so you can participate. You can RSVP when the time comes. There's also the replay. The replay is free, so you can go to the website, therealsoniabarrett.com, and same link. You click on that for free teleconference. You will see an opportunity to listen to all the past Reality Wednesday topics, and we've had some great topics. You get to hear the feedback by other people, and possibly maybe one of these days you'll join us and we'll hear your feedback. Then somebody else will be listening to your question or your feedback. It's a great opportunity. So yes, do visit the therealsoniabarrett.com so you can know about all the workshops and the webinars and so on, everything that is going on, all the conferences that I'll be attending in New Mexico. In October, I'll be there. The Human Origins Conference, and then in September I'm also at a conference in Sedona. All that information is on the site. I'm going to be in New York September 8th and 9th, I'm doing a 2-day workshop in New York, and this is 2018 for anybody who sees this video in the future. This is 2018, September 8th and 9th. It's a 2-day workshop on, what is the 2-day workshop on? It's superhuman, journeying into a superhuman consciousness. So taking that journey into yourself to allow the superhuman part of you to emerge. So I hope you join us. Check it out. And there's retreats. There's a whole lot that goes on all the time. So therealsoniabarrett.com, and my radio show, The Expansion Zone, which is on KPFK 90.7 FM in Southern California, and it streams live on the web at kpfk.org, and that's every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. All right, I thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this video has been enjoyable and perhaps triggers some direction for you, some awareness for you. And I love the comments, so do leave comments. I do respond as much as possible. I try to stay engaged because I really am interested in what you have to say. I love it. I love it. All right. See you next time. All right.